Whatto there, peasants, and welcome back to the lovely planet Coaster with me, Mr. Chayvacation. Here we are in our park, which I don't think I ever actually properly named. But here we are, nonetheless, in the park. We have the nice busy section here, this big bit of walkway that goes right through the middle. We have the craziness that is this thing, whatever this is again, the magic carpet Aladdin ride. And then we have this craziness over here, which I actually need to change. I don't want these, what are these? These are trees. I don't want these trees as the actual trees I've got here. So we're going to change these. We're going to get rid of these. The rest of it's okay, but these trees themselves aren't really suiting the whole, the whole look of this particular area in general. It does, but it doesn't. I mean, there's a wad of people coming down here. It's a bit random. It does, but it doesn't. I mean, like, it looks okay. But in the case where everything else is kind of like palm trees and stuff, it doesn't really work, unfortunately. Unfortunately, it doesn't. These as well, I mean, I might keep them for the time being, but ultimately they're not the right kind of style which I'm looking for the rest of it. So let's add some palm trees in here, shall we? Because that's what we're going for. We're going for the whole palm tree kind of look. This area tends to be very palm tree-esque. Whatever if that's even a word, which it clearly isn't. Palm tree-esque, guys. We're palm tree-esque. Right, so that's looking a little bit more in the way of the rest of this sort of places. Now I'm thinking about having them line down here as well. Just because, you know, why the hell not? Next to these lampposts and such. A couple there because it's an entrance, so why the hell not? Another one there. You see, I kind of need to go around the whole place and kind of have a good kind of mess around with what I'm doing to try and figure out how I want everything to look. Because it's kind of all over the joint at the moment. I'm also kind of considering putting this indoors. I'm going to be honest with you, putting a big, like, I don't know, like something like this over the top of it. Not the castle, because we've built enough of that at the moment. That'll continue, obviously, but currently not the castle. So I am considering doing that. As a case of around here, I'm also not entirely sure. I feel like I need some more stuff, some more things in here to make stuff look a bit more interesting to look at, really. And that's what we're kind of going for. Sort of the interesting stuff to look at. Making it a little bit more scenery kind of thing. I mean, it's a theme park after all. It has to have some kind of scenery to it, doesn't it? It can't just be this kind of boring, bog standardy kind of thing that's going on here. Which it kind of is at the moment, if I'm honest with you. That's kind of what it's looking like at the moment. But in this sense, I am very tempted to kind of do something with this whole area. Try and make it a little bit more interesting to look at. This, for example, could do with something around it. It's a bit boring currently, so I might do that. We're gonna start the episode off by doing that. We're gonna create our own little sort of little thing that goes around this, because, you know, why the hell not? Adds to the place, looks nicer, and everyone's happy. So we're gonna do that. You go into there. Plus, these don't take very long to build. I mean, you can have one of these up in. Well, I'll be able to build this in the next kind of 5 minutes probably, but done. I mean, we're practically already done, look. We're practically already done. There we are, all we need to do now is a roof. So let's add... We're going to have these roofs, but we're going to have them... Which one do we want on top? We're going to have them like this. There we are, a little archway. We've got a nice little archway going on there. Of course, we need to add a few little more interesting bits. Some things that look a bit nicer to make the whole place look a bit more... I don't know... Like someone's actually, you know, thinking about this. They're not just kind of winging it, like I most of the time do. No, I think we'll just go for this kind of standard thing along there. A couple of windows, maybe. Oh, in fact, what we'll do is we'll add some of these first. Add some of you, and then we'll add some windows. What if we do? We'll do them kind of windows. We'll do something similar on the other side as well, just because, well, the main reason it just looks better. If you've got this kind of additional thing going on there, it looks oh crap, it just looks a bit nicer. And of course, we need something up there as well. So let's go for. See, I'm thinking maybe just some of these little kind of weird kind of windows, just to have, I don't know, something else on there. Looks like an unhappy person. And on the side here, we will have... see, I was thinking about putting something like that on there, but no, I've changed my mind now. Oh, look at these people with hats! Yeah, you go, people with hats! We like you. We definitely like you. Right, what I'll do is, I'll put 2 of these and kind of something above it. I'm thinking maybe one of these, like, those funky balcony things. Sort of sticking it above there. Oh, that's not big enough. Where are the bigger ones? So like these, for example. I know they don't really go, but you just add something a little bit nice. How high up is that? Add something a little bit nicer to look at, really. As opposed to just the boring style. And of course, once the plants are around here as well, they look a bit different. But what is this? What is this ride called? No, you're done for the time being. You are Genie. So do we have a wall sign for Genie? Victory. I bet they don't. What's that? 360 power. Oh, they do. Genie. There we go. Lovely. And there we have it. Genie. The little entrance for Genie is done. But we will add a bit of scenery, a bit of like floral kind of stuff down here. If we add these here, 1, it helps mask certain features of it you might not be 100% convinced with, and 2, it just looks better. It honestly just looks better, especially if we embed some of them into the floor so they're not as prominently in your face. They just add a nicer kind of look to it, a little bit more, you know, like it's been themed and kind of thought about. Have a bit of you there, another bit of rock, kind of like there-ish. So you can make things look good just by kind of like toying around with them, really. Oh, tip there for you: if this has happened where your plant is still lower down, it's not happened, just hit the shift button and it bounces back up to view for you. Little tip there for you: hit the shift button if you get stuck with anything. So now I'm thinking about having kind of rocks lining the side of the pathway here. I think it could look quite nice, if I'm honest with you. But first, excuse me. First, we're going to have some of these just dotted around because we need a bit of lighting going on. I always tend to forget about this. I don't know why. I just have a bit of a tendency to forget lighting for some reason. God, this is bloody hell, this is popular. Look at this. Look at the queue in here. Bloody hell, like. That's a pretty big queue. Okay, so let's... Now, yeah, rock-wise, I was thinking if I line them along the front here, it might look quite nice. Just using, like, a sunken rock. Just to line the side of the pathway with. That's one thing that I'm missing on here. Is some kind of hedge system. I don't know if it'll be implemented. I'm assuming it will be. But just kind of hedges and stuff. Just like wooden things or... Wooden things, aka like, you know, fencing and whatnot. But just something that we can have along here, which just... I don't know, just makes it look a bit nicer. Because at the moment, you have to come up with sort of things like this. Which, you know, in all fairness, that's kind of what an alpha's for. It's so people can play around with whatever features are already in the game. And this is a cool one to be able to just sink these into anything you want and essentially build anything you want out of them. If you're smart, you know, if you're smart enough and come up with the ideas, and you can build whatever you want. It just looks a bit nicer. It just kind of looks a little bit more finalised. It's something that I might do all the way along here as well, just to have a bit more in the way of, you know, interesting things to look at, really. But in this sense, in this building here, I am rather tempted to build something onto here. The problem is, I'm pretty sure I have to close it to be able to properly edit this ride in order to make it. I think as that will mean like all of these people then will go. Let's just pause it a second. Oh god, what's happening? I want to manage the ride. Why would you let me go to ride? Blah, 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 blah. I don't want to move you. Why do I cannot do that? I want to edit the building. No, ignore that. Carry on. Right, okay. Does it work if I click on here again? Is this its own thing? That's its own thing, I believe. What I want to do, I mean, usually you can, is add on to here. So, you know, that's just focusing on that. That's what I want to do. I want to add on to this. And usually, you can go into ride management and do it. Like you can on the roller coasters. Like, if I pause this and go onto the roller coaster, I'm pretty sure if I close the thing, if I can find the freaking place where I bloody close it. Nope, go away if you're going to be a douche. No. What? Okay, there's no open or close button anymore. Yeah, but usually you can do it on there. You can add these things on and you can customize them however you want. But it's usually in Ride Manager. What is that? Testing. Oh, okay. I don't think it's on there. No. That's strange. Usually you can lock straight onto these and you can build... It adds its own thing. Now the question is, do I really want to add something that goes around this or not? Or do I build around the outside to have kind of like a thing, like a square, you know, like a little building that goes around the side of it? That actually might be a little bit more interesting to do in those senses, so I might do that instead. However, we do need to pull people over here a bit more. So I am thinking about having another ride or something over here. Maybe knocking up the old Ferris wheel. And having that over here. Just so we've got something a little bit extra to pull people kind of like this way a little bit. Everyone's kind of faffing around over there. And no one's really doing anything this side. So if let's add... Let's place the exit kind of just in this corner there. But what we need to do... Okay, right, yeah, let's just do this first. Let's do the entrance. It's going to pester me until I do it. So I like making nice curvy entrance areas. That'll be long enough. At the ticket booth. There we have it. Okay, so what we want to do is we want a pathway that comes off here. What's the width of these things? I can never bloody remember. Okay, it's not that. I'm pretty sure it's 8. It is 8. Most definitely 8. Okay, we want to snap to an angle, so I want it to be straight. These parts I just want straight. I want to have kind of these main, almost like these crossroads kind of going in between. But I also want to be able to have individual little pathways. Now, I think I want this one joining on in multiple places. So if I have it... No, you don't want to lock your angle anymore. So if I have one coming off here, joining onto there, and then the other one... See, one thing I do wish you had on here still at the moment is benches and stuff. I wish we could build benches and things. Because I'd like to have this bit in the middle as like a nice little area where people can go. But that's that. Okay, now we also want this long exit pathway. Oh no. Rejoining onto here. Lovely. So this will hopefully bring people over here. There's not many people that kind of come over here, really. Which is a shame, because it's a nice area. But we want to have people who want to join us over here. Now, in the case of... What am I doing? Buildings. Here we go. Now, in the case of this, what I was thinking of doing was having, like, something behind here. But the problem is we want it to be straight. As straight as you can get. I think that's going to be as straight as we can get. The question is, I don't know how well it's going to sit around this. Like I said, it would have been a lot easier if I could just edit this, and for some reason it won't let me. Usually there's a button on here that says building, and I can't seem to add anything onto it. Usually there's a button there that says, oh yes, you can edit this if you like, you know, go ahead. Usually it's under rider management, but I can't seem to click on that today. I don't know if that's a bug or what. I don't know. Oh no, what am I doing? I don't really know. So what we might do instead is build this scenery around the side of it. Have it kind of enclosed in its own little weird thing. Right, we want to have this straight. I'd say that was straight. Right, so if I'm going to build it right up against the side for the time being, just so I know I can get the right angles and stuff like that, really. That's what I'm going for. Right, now you guys need to go away now. So this should go all the way along, nice and straight, around this. Oh, it's going to be really long, isn't it? So how far does it go up? Now hopefully it does the same this side. Yeah, just about. I can let that play. See if I have that. Okay, yeah, no, that's fine actually. See, what I'll do is I'll enclose it practically almost completely inside this, and then we'll have to theme the whole building we've got here to try and make it look a bit better. So if we go up by 3, that should work on this side as... Yeah, I've got plenty of room. If I just build a basic kind of shape and get the shapes of the buildings and stuff like that in. So if I just stick out by 3 and do the same Oh man, I wish you could click and drag. 1, 2, 3. Trying to keep on the insides of the squares. I'm pretty sure if you keep on the insides of them as opposed to the outsides. If you look at it in this sense, like these are on the inside of this particular square, and that's on the outside. Like that's on the outside, we don't want that to be there. So if I kind of stick along those lines, then this might work. I could even potentially have a walkway that goes all the way around this if I wanted to. I don't know if I can do that yet. We'll decide that another time. I don't really want to spend like the rest of this episode on this. I will do it in dribs and drabs, no doubt. Okay, so that's the basic shape. So if I have two of the big buildings up this side, see, I could even make one of them and then just transfer the whole thing over to this side. And then if I just make sort of weird shapes for the rest of the buildings. Oh no, that's wrong. Oh god, what's happening? That's another one there. The reason I'm doubling these up is because they have a weird tendency to look a bit funny if you don't. Well, not that they... Not essentially, it's just like... But these are two separate buildings. No, this is this one, this is this one, that kind of thing. Right, so for these outside ones, I might actually try and... Oh, I should have made these separate, really, shouldn't I? Oh well, they'll be completely different now anyway, so... I'm going to have to do these in bits and bobs, I think. Me thinks. Oh, for God's sake, what is going on with this today? It's been a right pain in the ass. So I've been looking at some other people's videos and watching some guys, and some of the stuff that people are making on this game is ridiculous. It looks so good. Some of the things that people can make. It's very impressive. Like, you know, I've seen people make Japanese houses and stuff out of all of this, and it's just like, how the hell did you come up with this in your minds? And there's me building these crappy freaking pirate houses, which I think are awesome, but they really aren't. And it's like, how are you making these things, you crazy people? This might, oh for God's sake, this might be too high. It's hard to tell. What I wanted to do was, if I flatten this bit here and have it as like a little roofy thing going on here. So what I would do is I'd flatten this bit, have the roof on top of here, like so. No! I'm quite clearly moving my mouse! Oh wow, really? You don't want to just place it there, thank you. See, I've got this as a... kind of like a just a walkie way bit, just something people would stand on if they want to. And then around the outside we'll go for the usual walls, these kind of things. And I actually quite like this bit in the middle, the wood that you can see along the side of the walls. I just think it looks nice. I don't know why. I've always thought that when it comes to these. If we have them like so, and then we'll have these at the ends, which pull up to the walls. So up here we can have whatever the hell we want. We can have pirates doing whatever they want to be doing. We can have that, however. So with this one as well, I'm thinking if I just pull them up into the middle. I mean, I've got a little space extra. I'm not quite sure what. Oh, for God's sake! I'm not quite sure. What are you doing? I'm still getting used to. I've got a new keyboard, by the way, guys. My birthday, which was the new. It's not the new one. The Razer. What is it? The Black Widow Chroma. I got that for my birthday, so I'm still getting used to that. Because there's more buttons and things now, so... Oh, okay, that's not bad. What's the difference between these? Ooh, which one do I prefer? I don't think that one sit... Oh, yeah. Does it sit okay? It has an overhang already, which is fine. No, yeah, there we go. See, why on earth they think that I want it all the way down there is beyond me. There we go. How does that look? So that looks okay. And then all we need then is to go with the, where are they? They're on building, no, they're on all extras, aren't they? To try and get some kind of, thing going on here. Not quite sure what sides these are for, though. No, don't go underground. Why would I want you underground for? Stupid bloody thing. See, I don't know if that fits okay, but it looks alright, so we're going to stick with it. That goes there. Well, I might as well do these sides while I'm at it. And then you go there. Then we just need you down the sides. Wow, it's actually lined up perfectly already? Not quite. Almost. But not quite. So you can build stuff on here relatively quickly. It doesn't always take a million years to build things. I just quite fancied it inside here, inside something. Because I could easily have more shops on this side if I wanted to. I have a walkway that goes around the back. It's quite easy to do. I can't have one that goes down this side actually because the thing sticks out too much. So I could potentially even have one that goes right down the back here and through the middle. But I don't know how long this would take. I mean, I could easily have just zigzagging through. I can do whatever I want down here, really. We can go any kind of manner we kind of choose. But what we'll do is, for the time being, we're probably going to have to leave it there, unfortunately. I always feel like I never do enough in these videos. But oh well, we added a few bits and bobs. We changed some stuff, added some things. We've got 1,500 people in our park currently. There's like no one on here for some reason. We're trying to get more people to come this way. That's our main problem. Not enough people come this way so we can have a good look at things. But it's going okay. The park's going alright for the time being. So I do thank you very, very much for watching, guys. Please don't forget to give us a good old-fashioned like rating. And subscribe if you're not already subscribed for more of the Planet Coaster playthrough for the alpha. So yes, once again, I do thank you very much for watching. I will see you next time. Genie! Genie us. That's what I am. Yes, indeed. Haha. Anyway, guys, I will see you which will be in the not-too-distant future. So I bid thee farewell. To the freaking new friends. Goodbye.